Alright everyone, welcome to my choice in game I grew up with that I want Brenden to experience. A little known gem called Super Adventure Island 2.
Which I have never played, but Tim has played lots of.
They tried something with this game. It was pretty ambitious for them. It was a nice little action-adventure game with light RPG elements, mostly just in the realm of equipment and magic. Nothing too crazy. But a character that's largely just been kind of that side-scrolling action game of all the Adventure Island series. Well, he got the girl. And for their honeymoon, they decided to get half naked and run off on a raft into the ocean for some reason, and turns out there's consequences to that.
Yeah, a raft that was just a couple planks of wood on the water.
Yeah, that's not going to get better. So, obviously, Tina, lady, survived, did just fine, but waking up on the island of Waku Waku, and enjoy the names, they get even better, she has amnesia. And poor Master Higgins over here,
who can't afford clothes,
first name Master, last name Higgins, didn't have such a hot time either, and as the story's telling you, took him a hot minute to finally land somewhere, and just ended up on one of the deserted islands, and also
has amnesia.
Yes.
Because video games.
Right. Well, this actually gets really tragic as the story's about to go. Because he doesn't remember Wifey, and Wifey doesn't remember him.
But naturally, he's a great warrior, so he'll be fine.
To an extent. A lot of that stuff is just muscle memory. Flash forward a few, I don't know, weeks, months, X amount of time. The island that Tina, Wifey, woke up on is ruled by a good king, and they fell in love with each other.
And decided to get married.
Yup.
Because they don't remember that they're married.
Right. And like all good plots, it has to get interrupted.
By a giant bird.
Mm-hmm.
But it's okay, because they didn't actually get married. They didn't get the ring on her.
Yet.
And it looks like she's wearing about just as much clothes as she started with.
Yeah, that doesn't change.
Okay, fair enough.
See, those costume changes cost money and time. And
it's much easier to just palette swap it.
So, in comes Master Higgins, who, while wandering around, happened to find this castle and heard the screamings of his used-to-be wifey, but still doesn't really recognize anything other than Fair Maiden has been captured. I am a great warrior. What do great warriors do? They come to the rescue.
They go to Adventure Island 2.
So, there should probably be a few... I would just delete a file. I don't think I have anything open. I don't care.
We'll just go with number 1.
Works for me. So start the adventure. Also, we want a little bit more volume here.
Oh, fair enough. Remote is near you.
Because the music and the sound in this game is excellent. So there's the king.
Hello, King.
You can hold the button to make it go faster.
Ah, the famous Master Higgins. We've just met in the nick of time. I desperately need your help.
Apparently everyone else knows who Master Higgins is, by the way.
Apparently, he just doesn't. My country used to hold 6 islands, excluding this one, Waku Waku. Now an evil force looms large, threatening our very lives. What does that have to do with what do these two sentences have to do with each other? Today was my wedding ceremony, and a monster of outrageous brutality. I don't know if he's outrageously brutal. He didn't, kill people. He just kind of swooped in, grabbed the girl, left.
You don't know the history.
Fair. Princess. I'm not sure you can call her a princess. You just found her on the beach.
Well,
future wife, yes.
Queen to be.
Queen to be, yes. Princess, not as much. She, whatever. It's likely held on Poka Island. Now move it.
Get your ass in gear.
I'm committed to defending the castle. Master Higgins, take these 100 coins for your arduous journey. That's all your wife is worth to you, huh?
So, the point of this game now is you are going on the quest to save Queen to be Tina for another man.
I can duck.
You can duck. You can attack. And you have menuing.
Oh boy.
Yeah, the menu is not the high point of this game, but that's okay.
Don't have equipment.
You don't have anything.
I have a fist. Wait.
The
Widowmaker.
Yep.
Oof.
You
no
have
armor.
No protection whatsoever. You have no shields whatsoever. You have no magic whatsoever, I don't think.
Magic hand required.
No wand required.
Alright.
The W's and the H's tend to blend with the font.
Alright. Up is how I move through doors. Hello, friend.
And how you talk to people.
Our inn has a reputation for inducing wondrous dreams. That'll be 10 coins. Can you afford such luxury? You now have 100 coins. I don't need to sleep, no.
If you sleep, you have dreams of Tina and you communicate telepathically for some reason.
Okay.
And she just kind of tells you what you should be doing next.
Fair enough.
So now you have the overworld to explore.
Back on the raft.
You sure are, buddy.
Well, there's a...
That requires an item in order to progress.
Oh, fantastic.
It's a blockade. That's how the game kind of stops you from going places you're not supposed to.
Alright, I'm assuming this will be the same thing.
Sure is.
That requires the Thunder Gem. Okay.
The other thing this game has, which I'm surprised you haven't found yet...
These random encounters?
Yeah.
Well, there's Poka Island.
Speaking of which... So the way random encounters work is you can go left or right. There are enemies that spawn based on the region, and in order to complete the random encounter, you just have to go all the way to the left or all the way to the right.
Alright.
You did it!
Yay! But I want to go in the cave.
There are no levels. There is no point to killing things other than items and whatnot.
Fair enough.
Healing pool. It restores your health.
Oh, neat. That will be useful.
There tend to be variations of that throughout levels.
Well,
but first level, Poka Island.
Alright.
With some jams.
Some very good jams.
That is a theme to this game. The music direction and the sound effects are very satisfying. And
I'm beating up tails.
You sure are.
I'm curious. Okay, so each one of these gives me a 20th of what the king gave me. I can kill 20 of these things and get the same amount of gold that the king gave me. The king clearly does not care about his future wife.
To be fair, to the best of my memory, there's only one place that money is even remotely relevant. And that's the casino.
I can't break this.
Nope.
It does not appear.
That requires something later on.
Just beat the crap out of tails.
So there is momentum with the jumping you'll have to get used to.
There's an altar. Break the rock to open the gate and swim beyond.
Alright.
Alright. Can I punch the rock?
While his fists may be Widowmakers, they're not rock breakers.
Aw, come on.
He's not.
Also, he has a hell of a reach.
Oh, yes, he does. But it gets better. He can swim. He can't dive, though.
I was wondering if there's a path.
Sure is.
Oh, I need a thing to be able to do that.
So there's various blocks throughout the game. Each one, yeah. He can punch it. It doesn't hurt his hand. It just doesn't really do much.
Fair. Alright. But I can keep going down.
Sure can.
To fight an armadillo man. Okay.
It's kind of a weird centipede thing.
Can't go that way yet.
The respawn in this game, by the way, is something. If you hold down, you activate it.
Interesting.
Now here's the really interesting thing about that. Those blocks in that activator is throughout the entire game.
Huh.
They can be found on all islands except the King's Island and Fuafua, which I'd have to see which one that is to remember. So, just a little tutorial on something.
Blocks with the same symbol solidify.
Yes.
Okay, so if I want to turn this off at any point, I have to come back to this island.
Correct.
Alright.
It's not that rude with it, though.
Also, I'm almost dead.
You sure are.
Is there a way for me to recover health?
No good way right now.
Aside from, going to that healing pool?
To be honest, enemies tend to drop health and magic and stuff. You've just been really unlucky. You have one hit left. My recommendation is
He
die.
turned around.
Yeah, they'll juke you.
Alright, now where does this set me, though? I guess continuing.
Also, the game straight up laughs at you for dying.
As it should.
So it just brings you back to the beginning, and you keep everything.
Oh, okay, so it's very generous.
Yes, the only downside is it just warps you back to the beginning of the... Yep, see.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, they drop things. You just haven't been terribly lucky.
That was mana potion. Okay.
And the health drops come in two sizes, small and large. You saw none of them.
Because of my luck with video games.
I might be rubbing off a bit too.
It knows it's your game.
Right.
Alright. Oh, there's a treasure chest, but I can't swim down. It does not appear.
Cannot.
Alright, fair enough. Oh, I need to break that rock in order to drain that so I can
Now
get
you're
the water.
About it.
Or so I can get the thing. There's a pig?
Oh, let the pig attack. There should be another one. He does his best.
He really does.
He does his absolute best.
He really
does not
does.
do anything else.
He's a good boy. He's trying his damnedest.
The only sin is he's delicious.
Did I just punch him back? I don't think I can jump up there.
So that is one of the shortcuts to other islands.
I see.
In order to remove that wall, you need to be up there so you can push it and remove the wall. So that would take you to a different island or a different level.
And I bet this is where, if I can figure out how to break blocks below me, I would drop down to.
Correct. You're getting a bit of an idea of the geometry of everything.
I mean, at least this game kind of has an idea of what geometry is.
It does a pretty good job of being consistent with it, with one exception, and that's the third world, which makes no fucking sense.
Fair enough.
But it's meant to make no sense. So, just a bit of light platforming to get you by.
Bit of light platforming to get me dead.
And you die.
And I dead. There might be some cutting ahead back to there.
That's okay.
Had to listen to it laugh at me.
It's fun. It's a fun one.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you back at the light platforming. The game has a really nice feel to it, but you have to get used to it.
Like I already really like the feel of this one.
It's criminally underappreciated.
Oh yeah, this is already a blast. And I'm sure it will also get better as I get more things that I can use.
Indeed.
Whee! Whee! No fall damage.
All right, can we do it? Or can you do it?
I just need to actually keep up momentum here. And by keep up momentum, I mean not jump off at, like, the bottom platform.
Right.
Or the far edge.
It never outright says it, but momentum means a lot in this game. So...
I am getting my butt whacked. Aha! Drop me health. Damn it. But I found a sword.
You sure did.
Do I need to equip it?
You do.
I do.
Destroys
okay.
most rocks.
Interesting. But I can't attack down.
You cannot.
So I still can't break that.
But you are stronger.
But I am now strong.
Things take considerably less hits to die now.
Which is good.
And you have more reach, which is also important.
Also very good. I knew it. Oh, I'm amazed I'm alive.
The game operates heavily on the magic pixel philosophy. Here's the other good news. If you do game over, you still have sword.
I mean, that's going to be very good. I'm going to need to keep that. Hey, buddy.
My recommendations, just go straight up again. Get that chest.
Go get the chest first. I do want to see if I can get some health drops from these guys who are very small.
Very small, very weak.
Very
Foxes
small.
are still rather sturdy, though.
Yeah, and nothing gave me a health drop. I feel like you're gonna jump at me. Life bottle.
Yep.
Oh, I got another.
And that's why I told you to come up here.
Fair enough. I'm good with that. Okay.
Kind of like... It takes some inspirations from Zelda.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, Zelda 2, Link's Adventure. But that's okay. It does it better.
You know what? I've tried to play Zelda 2 like once, and I never got very far. I feel like at some point I need to actually give that game more of a fair shot.
That's your call, buddy. But yes, there are kind of in that RPG action-adventure fashion. And you're... No.
I wanted to see if I could just jump it. I had a feel... Oh.
Yep. Trying to mix things up on you a bit there.
Alright. Sure. Alright, whatever.
Alright, so the springs are a little bit weird in this game. See if you can get a feel for them. And,
I need a moon gem to get up here.
Yep.
Okay, you can just hold the jump button.
Nope.
No, you can't. Interesting. It was working to hold the jump button when I was just on one of them, which is interesting.
There's nothing explaining this.
Okay, after the second jump.
Yeah.
I see.
It's cycle-based.
Okay. I see. I don't think I can break these yet.
Well, it's a down arrow and a cracked block. What could it possibly mean?
I need an attack that goes down.
Pretty much.
But there's a cave.
Yep.
So let's see what the... Oh! Neat.
Yep. Most
Alright,
levels
cool.
will have healing pools somewhere in them. Also, I was giving my fiance some crap because I was remembering sound effects, and one night when she was snoring especially bad, I realized it sounded very similar to the spring effect in this game, which led me down a road of, oh wow, I really like the sound effects of this game and I didn't realize it. They're very memorable.
I missed. Darn it.
You'll have to get used to...
Okay, I think I need another thing for that.
You sure do.
Can't go up there yet. Alright, so I can already tell there's going to be a lot of backtracking in this game.
Yes and no. Usually you can do it all in relative ease.
I could break some blocks, but I can't break others.
It's good at breaking rocks, but only rocks intended to be broken.
Clearly. Alright. And yes, I did see that I could continue up the other direction, but I wanted to see what was over here.
Exploring is
More
good in
things
this
to
game.
break.
I'm not going to argue against that.
Thunder Temple.
do not have the tools necessary to solve this puzzle.
Well,
But good thing to keep in mind for the future.
but I will need to come to the Thunder Temple. And there's what looks to be another thing I can break here. But I can't do anything with it yet. Alright.
That's what's
Take you
cool.
out with your big shoes.
You see things as you go throughout the levels that you can't do anything with yet, but it kind of makes you think about for the future on what you can do.
Those birds drop nothing.
You're just unlucky, buddy. I don't know how else to tell you other than you have shit luck right now.
Oh, and here's some new enemies that will fall directly off, okay. And fat-ass owls
Yeah.
that are much better to deal with than the other things I've been fighting. Because they just come directly for me.
There's various tiers of enemies that have varying attack and defense or health.
Aha! I'm learning. Oh, but it's on a timer.
It sure is. And what does it lead to?
More treasure!
Do you want the treasure?
I do want the treasure. Oh! Oh! I thought I'd have to hit the switch again. I
Nope,
didn't realize
you
it was just
activated it.
continuing. I do want to see what's down here real quick, though.
Sure.
Aha!
It's a
So this brings
shortcut.
me back over here. Alright,
Well,
cool.
Sort of shortcut, not really. It's backtracking.
Yeah. I did kind of forget that I could jump through the trees.
Almost.
Ah, I see. Okay.
It looks a lot worse than it really is.
I just need to be closer. Doop, boop, boop. I don't know why, but this is making me think of Mario RPG. I have no idea why.
You found a dagger.
Alright, I'm getting a lot of weapons here.
It's a different type of weapon.
Flying punishment.
What do you think that means?
I'm assuming that I throw them. I do.
The downside about them,
They do way less damage.
they're about as strong as your fists.
I think I prefer the sword.
There are situations where you might prefer the daggers if you wish to be safe.
Yes.
Since it doesn't require you going in on things. But the daggers are more of a crutch than they are a tool.
Yeah, they definitely seem to be more of a, okay, I want to hit something from a range here. But most things are going to get up in your face anyway, so you're kind of just going to need to just smack them.
Yeah.
Come here, Foxy.
Also,
That's not how that works.
I like the scene change. Has a lot of personality to it.
I like the randomly gyrating trees?
You mean your trees don't do that?
I mean, not the ones I grew up with.
Alright, stop. I recommend this is a good stopping point, because behind those doors, can you guess what you're going to find?
I'm going to assume a boss.
Hey, you read the room correctly.
Alright, well, I guess we'll see you tomorrow as we go fight a boss.
The conclusion of Waku Waku Island.